you like a background on me and tell you a little bit about my life growing up before I went into my topic. I grew up in a small town called Dakota. It's about an hour south of here. I grew up with my parents being separated my whole life. My parents both struggle with drug addiction today still. They have struggled my whole life. I was traumatized a lot, being in a house full of people who did drugs. My mom was always angry. My dad was never around. I always was doing something wrong. I was constantly reminded that she wished that she never had me. She wishes I was never born. So like my whole life I had people telling me that I'm not worth it and I'll never amount to anything because my parents were the same, you know what I mean? Like they felt like that was their destiny to not amount to anything. And you know, I'm someone who has always had a trouble with my emotions, so that is a big part of me staying clean is feeling my emotions and seeing them for what they are, and understanding that my emotions are valid. What I feel is valid, and that doesn't mean that I have to make everybody stand by my emotions. As long as I stand by my emotions, and I feel that they're right, and I don't see anything wrong with that. And today I have a sponsor, and I'm very open with my sponsor. There's some times where I'm not open with my sponsor as I should be because I already know what she's gonna say. Like, yeah, like I'll withhold the truth because I know exactly what she's gonna say. And then like a couple weeks later, I'll be like, you remember me telling you about that, right? Because I thought, and I know damn well I didn't tell her about that. But I'm trying to be better at that. Another thing I'm doing to help me stay clean is I cut off contact with all of my friends who I had grew up with, hung out with. I relied on them for moral, emotional, parental support. They were my support. And I went to Gateway and I said I can't talk to them anymore. I cut them off out of my life, and they were literally my people, like my family for a long time because my family is not there for me. And when I did that, I was really scared, but when I came to NA, I found my family for real. People who really understand me, people who don't want to put me in danger, who love me for who I am today, and they want to see me do great. They know that I have potential today, and they see that in me. And that's something that I really struggled with my whole life is having people who see how good I can be and trying to push me towards that full potential of being the best person that I can be today. And I've been working my steps really. I took a break because I was being stagnant in my recovery. I wasn't going to meetings for like a week, and that was the dumbest idea I ever had. Because an addict alone is bad company, and that's true. But I'm grateful that I have people who reach out to me and tell me that I need to get my ass back in a room because that's where I need to be. Whenever I'm feeling down, that's where I need to be the most, is with my family. Another thing that I'm doing to stay clean today is I'm working through my trauma that I went through as a child, my sexual trauma. For a long time, I denied that I ever went through it. My mom told me it was normal for girls my age to go through something like that. So I was shut down. I was not protected like I should have been, and I felt like I wasn't worth it. Like, my parents don't think I'm worth it. Why would I think I'm worth it? But today I know that I have a voice, and I speak my voice whenever I feel necessary. And I know that nothing that happened to me when I was a child was my fault, because it wasn't about me. Sexual abuse isn't about you. the victim, it's about the perpetrator, it's about the other person, because they have problems with themselves. They have their own trauma that they're trying to work through, and they put other people in pain because they're hurt. And that is how I get through that. Because I can't go through my life hating people, because hate will keep me sick. And that is how I stay clean today. I go to counseling for that. I also keep a distance from my parents because they're very triggering for me. Now that I'm clean, I really want them to see how good I'm doing, and I really want them to follow my lead, but as we all know, we're not going to do it until we're ready, and that sucks, but all I can do is love them and pray for them. And that's another thing I do to stay clean is I talk to my higher power today, which I choose to call God. He's like my best friend. I tell him I'm going to be a good person today, and then I get in the car and I start cussing people out because they're going too slow. And then I'm like, all right, God, I'm going to start over. Let me redo it. Okay, I'm going to restart about 12 times a day. But that's okay, just as long as I admit that I'm wrong. And that's also how I try to stay clean is I like to admit that I'm wrong today, and I like to apologize to people, because having a burden of hurt people's feelings or lying or just being deceitful, it really hurts my soul I know that it's not right. And I can't do it anymore. And I don't stay clean by myself. Yes, I don't take that first drug, but my family, my sponsor, my mom, my grandma, my siblings are there for me, and they're a big part of my life today, and they keep me going as much as my love for myself does. And I have something to say: if you don't love yourself, then get with somebody who will love you until you love yourself, because they are out there. And self-love, self-worth matters. How you talk to yourself matters. Don't call yourself stupid, none of that, because it affects how you see yourself. And that is a big part of why I used, because I didn't feel that I was shit. I didn't feel that I was worth shit. I always told you I ain't shit. What do you expect from me? I ain't gonna do nothing. I told you I was gonna screw you over, But today, I care about people's feelings, and I understand that things that I do affect other people, not just me. It's a selfish program, but at the same time, you can't be super selfish. And with that, I'll keep coming back.
Yeah!